Do you think your aim is a problem in Warzone like this? What the? Think again. What if the real issue isn't your skill, but this one thing that we can easily fix that can potentially double to triple your eliminations and get you more wins?
Getting better at.
Warzone doesn't start with a Cronus Zen. It doesn't start with an aimbot, and it doesn't start with some fancy setting in Call of Duty to increase your ability to control recoil and get more damage on your shots.
To an ammo.
Wait, what? How did this get here? Oh, close it, close it, close it. Where getting better at Warzone starts is finding the right loadout that fits your playstyle, that maximizes the ability to control your recoil, as well as hitting your shots as much as possible. We're going to break this down today with the top 3 long-range primary loadouts that you need to be using to maximize your ability to win more gunfights, as well as stacking those W's based on your playstyle. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about loadouts for the best loadout for passive players, the best loadout for tactical players, and as well as the best loadouts for our demons and aggressive players. As we go through these loadouts, we're going to have an 8 attachment build, which you're going to need the gunfighter perk, and a 5 attachment build if you want to use overkill. So let's dive in. First up at number 3, we got the ultimate loadout for aggressive players who love to push teams and dominate close range gunfights. For this build, you'll want to use the GPR 9-1. This thing has a 60 round mag, and on top of that, it has great damage at the medium as well as the long range if you can manage the recoil. But this is going to be more suited for our aggressive players and demons because the recoil is pretty tough to manage if you're not on the higher skilled range. But this thing has great ADS time, better mobility than the next primary that we're going to talk about. But with this setup, you'll be sprinting around into gunfights and coming out on top. Let's dive into the 5 attachments. You use the optic, the Willis 3 times, and in our next video, we'll talk about the reticle that you need to be using that's going to improve aim assist. But we're going to use the Willis 3 times. This helps with the visual recoil as well as the suppressor to keep you off the mini map. We're going to use the reinforced barrel to maximize bullet velocity as well as damage range. And then the last 2 attachments is going to be the vertical foregrip as well as the extended mag 2, which is going to maximize your magazine size with 60 rounds. Let's dive into the 8 attachment build. Now, if you are a passive and tactical player, this is going to be more fitted towards your play style. We're going to dive into this where it's going to maximize everything the aggressive did, but it's going to help you out with recoil as well. We're going to use, again, the Willis 3 times, the compensator to help with recoil control, especially at the long-range gunfights on Urkistan, and the deeper gunfights on Area 99 as well as Rebirth Island. Next up, we're going to use the reinforced barrel, like we mentioned earlier, maximize bullet velocity and damage range. Vertical foregrip is the underbarrel we're going to use to help with recoil even more. The magazine, we're still going to use the extended mag 2, which gives us 60 rounds. We're going to use the quick draw grip, which is the rear grip that's going to help us with ADS time. And the last one is the light stock, which this thing is going to help out with mobility. Just so you can increase, your ability to zoom around the map and get more eliminations. And the last thing is the recoil springs. Again, maximize recoil control at these super long engagements. But don't forget, you're going to need the gunfighter perk and get this at the buy station if you get overkill at the beginning. Or if you get your SMG at the start, your 8 attachment SMG, you'll need to buy this at the buy station. If you're not a fan of rushing headfirst into danger, this second loadout is designed for players who thrive in the mid-range engagements, as well as third-partying and being more passive and tactical than rushing headfirst into gunfights. And the loadout that we're talking about is going to fit more of our tactical players as well as our passive players is the Ames 85. This thing with the 5 attachments that we're going to walk through right now it's easier to manage the recoil with this more so than the GPR 9-1, and at longer engagements the only thing it suffers with is the bullet velocity, but we're going to make a build that maximizes that so it's easier for you to win more gunfights. We're going to use the Willis 3 times on this. We're going to use a compensator as the muzzle to help with that recoil anymore and give you the lowest recoil possible, so you can hit as many shots as you can versus someone that's using a primary that's the recoil is a little bit harder to maintain. You're going to be focused in on maximizing your ability to hit your shots. We're going to use the reinforced barrel to maximize bullet velocity as well as damage range. We're going to use extended mag 2, which is going to give you 60 rounds in your magazine. And the last thing we're going to use is the overpressured fire mods rounds. What this is going to do is going to increase our engagement even further. It's going to take it out to almost 56 meters. So let's dive into the 8 attachment build. The 8 attachment build is going to help us with a couple of things. We are going to put an underbarrel on this thing to help with the recoil, and we're going to maximize our ability to stay off radar and our bullet velocity. We're going to use the Willis 3x optic, the suppressor to keep us off the mini map, the reinforced barrel to help us with maximizing damage range as well as bullet velocity. The vertical foregrip is what we're going to substitute for the compensator. That's going to help with the recoil. Extended mag 2, 60 rounds. The quick draw grip, which is going to help us maximize ADS. And the one thing that I do different with this one, other than other primaries that we're using, is that I use the target laser. The target laser recenters the target based off the center of the screen. It doesn't go anywhere else. So when you recenter, it goes back to the center of your screen. Like Warzone 1 and Warzone 2 weapons, they changed this in Warzone 3, adding this weird funky thing when you go and you're shooting and you ADS out. When you go ADS back in, at that point it's not back to the center. With this particular primary, I have to have this to make sure I'm engaging targets and winning more gunfights. So I had to have this for this one. But if this doesn't bother you like it bothers me, you could definitely change it out for the stock and put in something that increases movement. But with this primary, you're really not going to need that because the movement is pretty straight. And the last thing we're going to do is that we're going to put on the overpress rounds to maximize our bullet velocity even more. What it's going to do is take us out to 56 meters, as well as increase the bullet velocity to 1164. Finally, for all you patient passive players, this loadout is a game changer. This M4 loadout is your primary capable of literally beaming people across the map with taking your thumb off your right thumbstick. That's right, the recoil is so manageable that you're not really going to have to pull down on your right thumbstick, which with these other weapons you're going to have to, but in particular with this one, you're not going to have to. Let's dive into the 5 attachment build. We're going to use the Willis 3 times. We're gonna put a suppressor on this thing because we're not gonna need a compensator because the recoil is so manageable with one of the attachments that we're gonna talk to at the end. We're gonna use the reinforced barrel just like we've done with all the other primaries to maximize bullet velocity and damage range. We're gonna use the extended mag 3, which is going to give us 100 rounds. That's right, passive players. This loadout is for you. Low recoil and the biggest mag that you can get in a primary. You're gonna be able to fry multiple people and land the most amount of shots that you can do. And to be honest, right now this probably is the best primary to fit all play styles, but the time to kill with the GPR 91 is a lot quicker than it is with the XM4. The next attachment is going to take out all of the recoil. It's called the buffer weight stock. This thing is going to take out all the horizontal as well as vertical recoil and make your gun a beamer. Oh no! So now let's dive into the 8 attachment build of the XM4. This is going to be very similar to the 5 attachment build, but we're going to change just a couple of things to even more decrease our recoil for this weapon. Okay, we're going to add a couple more attachments to this thing, as well as increasing its ADS speed. For the optic, we're going to use the Willis 3 times. We're going to use a suppressor to keep us off the mini-map, as well as the reinforced barrel. We're going to use the vertical foregrip to take even more recoil out of this thing. The extended mag 3, 100-round mag, and the quick draw grip, which is going to increase your ADS speed. The buffer weight stock, again, going to take all the recoil out. And the last little bit, we're going to use recoil springs to take even more recoil out of this thing. And this thing beams on Rebirth, Area 99, as well as Urkistan. It should be the first loadout that you're using in any gunfight that's out range. There you have it, the top 3 loadouts tailored to different Playstyles. Whether you're rushing, holding mid-range gunfights, or dominating from afar, finding the setup that fits your strength is the key to more elimination and wins. But don't take my word for it. Try these loadouts. Let me know down in the comments which works best for you. If you like this breakdown, smash the like button and subscribe for more Warzone tips, loadouts, and strategies. And if this video hits 1,000 likes, I'll drop a deep dive into secret loadouts that the pros are using right now. Don't miss out. See you in the next one, and stay tuned towards the end because we have the recoil plots, which the recoil plots are not holding down the right stick. You can visually see where the recoil is going, so you can maximize your ability to manage that recoil by pulling down just a little bit on the right stick. So make sure you stay till the end, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Guys, and showers, okay?
Are they under us? Yeah. There's no goddamn way. Like, what? I'm choking him under us.
Got him.
Another one on the corner.
Please.
There's another one in prison.
Another one pushing up. To the
Please. That's it,
No,
bro.
broken, down one.
Oh my god, please get these guys. Oh my god. Rest. Oh my god, I'm brick. I'll play and get Bree.
Get Kate. She's about to go down.
Oh no.
I'm about to go down.
I'm gonna die.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Come on, get up. I got you.
I'm gonna. Oh, I thought I do have a cluster. I really want to get Kate, so give me a second. Oh my god, I have no plates. Never mind, I found Beard's extra. Thanks. I just.
We're in a fucking air strike.
No. Kate's back, yeah?
Yes, they're all inside. First floor.
No. Stop, man.
I'm fucking just. He's cracked.
Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go,
Yeah.
chat.
Dude, got
Well,
42.
I was 2 away